A war room.
I do like that.
Yeah, what? A fucking war room?
Full disclosure, I do think Harry's a wanker. But
And it seems like that lady is...
actually, that's a good point. Harlot and temptress.
Yeah, I think harlots are.
It's like comparing melons to apples.
The definition of a harlot is a prostitute.
Yeah, that's a...
To doing this show.
Because it's you. And to me, that means...
There was like photos with her and Prince Andrew way back in the day when she was like in her early 20s.
There's evidence that suggests that she went on Epstein's yacht at the same time as Prince Andrew.
She married for money. It's very clear she bagged the elephant. She was thrilled. She became a, quote, princess.
Start these things. They can't keep up. You know, like the Meghan Markles.
But you're the same.
You're the same.
Like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, guys, you don't got to do this. Please, I'm begging you to stop.
I knew her a bit before she met Harry. She was nothing like that. She didn't speak like that. Her mannerisms weren't like that. This is all fake.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with the briefcase.
She didn't like being objectified on dealing. Did you think it was an executive position, ma'am?
Yeah.
You're one of the hot ladies holding up a suitcase. For fucking, I mean, it's a game show. But you just can't keep faking it. It's too hard.
There isn't a tear in sight. It's an actor's trick.
Don't make yourself cry. Oh, I can do that so well. Oh my God, it's crazy.
Wasn't there some speculation that she was on Epstein's yacht at one point in time?
Most of Meghan Markle's yacht girl pics have been scrubbed from the internet. There was a sex tape about her.
And I saw it.
Meghan Markle has been making headlines again, and not for the reasons she might have hoped. From controversial podcasts and questionable branding to renewed public scrutiny and legal threats, her recent attempts to reposition her image appear to be backfiring.
Being unable to just be a human.
I mean, when I listen to Meghan, I am just reminded that there's nothing authentic there.
You're never going to convince anyone that you're authentic.
I'm working so hard. Is she really?
Meghan Markle has burst into tears in a fake new podcast appearance.
What's truly happening behind the curated photos and emotional interviews? Let's dive deep into the Duchess of Drama's ongoing media saga. It started with a highly publicized podcast appearance on the Kern Lima show, which promised emotional depth and honest vulnerability. Meghan sat down with Kern Lima, a self-made billionaire and motivational speaker. On the surface, it looked like a warm-hearted conversation between two successful women. But for many viewers, it quickly became a cringe-worthy display of performative sincerity. The host's exaggerated praise painted Meghan as almost saint-like, and Meghan herself leaned into this narrative, dabbing her eyes dramatically while speaking about the pressures she faces. Yet many noticed a crucial detail. There were no actual tears, just the appearance of crying.
There isn't a tear in sight. It's an actor's trick.
Don't make yourself cry. Oh, I can do that so well. Oh my God, it's crazy.
This wasn't lost on the internet. Critics were quick to dig up an old video of Meghan joking that she could cry on command, down to the exact eye and timing. The resurfaced clip added fuel to the fire, painting her podcast moment not as emotional honesty but a calculated performance. Instead of garnering sympathy, Meghan's appearance sparked widespread skepticism, reinforcing perceptions of her as inauthentic and overly self-promotional. Even body language experts got involved. Scott Rouse, a well-known analyst, dissected her mannerisms, pointing out inconsistent gestures, forced expressions, and a lack of congruence between her facial cues and her words. According to Rouse, these nonverbal leaks are red flags, signs of possible discomfort or even deception. He noted her unusually high-pitched voice when answering sensitive questions and subtle shoulder shrugs that contradicted her verbal affirmations. The conclusion? Meghan may have rehearsed the emotion.
This is why it's so nice to not have makeup on.
That is so beautiful.
No.
What do you think of them?
They're ridiculous.
She never stops whining.
But her body wasn't buying it. During the podcast, Meghan also mentioned a nightly ritual. She claims she writes heartfelt emails to her children, archiving them so they can read them in the future. It sounded poetic, until social media users began mocking the idea. 40,000 emails from mom? One user joked. Critics pointed out how Meghan's stories often center on how she wants to be perceived, not on realistic, relatable behavior. Then came a blunder that reignited the royal feud. In a photo shown during the podcast, Meghan had gifted a basket with a handwritten note signed, Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. There's just one problem. She isn't allowed to use the HRH title anymore. It was stripped when she and Prince Harry officially stepped back from royal duties. Using it, even privately, crosses a line in royal protocol. This minor detail caused a major backlash. To critics, it confirmed their belief that Meghan can't let go of the prestige, even if she walked away from the responsibility.
Your eyes are sparkling right now. You know, Meghan, how are you today? Which, by the way, I just have to say, yes.
Enjoy them.
I forgot to have fun. You're right. You're right.
That 2-hour podcast that I just had to sit through with Jamie Keen Lima, who is also very cut off from the rest of the world.
Humanity.
I feel like it's pretty safe to say that Meghan Markle is like a pathological liar.
She can't even act like herself.
And she is exhausting. You are not a successful female entrepreneur. I can list more fails on both of my hands.
She has done the world premiere episode of actually being on someone else's podcast.
The British press, along with a large segment of the public, pounced. Headlines slammed her as delusional. Even her fans seemed puzzled. The prevailing sentiment: you can't have it both ways, Meghan. A recent UK poll showed that a staggering 67% of respondents want Harry and Meghan completely stripped of their royal titles. Some even called on King Charles to act, though insiders suggest he's reluctant. Prince William, however, is reportedly less forgiving and may take action once he ascends the throne. For now, the titles hang by a thread. Meanwhile, Harry hasn't helped their cause. His ongoing legal efforts to secure publicly funded security in the UK, despite abandoning his royal duties, have rubbed many the wrong way. He even suggested his father, King Charles, is partly to blame for the fallout. That claim came while the king was undergoing cancer treatment, which only deepened public outrage. Critics argue Harry and Meghan want the privileges of royalty without the responsibility. Their opponents say the couple's hypocrisy and entitlement are doing real damage to the monarchy's image. As all this was unfolding, Meghan tried once again to pivot, with a new lifestyle brand. Originally unveiled as American Riviera Orchard, the project promised elegance, simplicity, and a touch of California glamour. But things quickly went sideways. The brand was quietly renamed as Ever, only to clash with several small businesses that were already using that name. And then came the branding controversy. The logo bore a striking resemblance to the official coat of arms of a Spanish town. Legal threats loomed. Even the product launch was a flop. Though it was hyped as a sellout success, skeptics noted that only a tiny batch of items had been produced in the first place. Critics saw the sellout not as a sign of popularity, but as a controlled PR move designed to manufacture buzz. The soft launch, limited quantities, and exclusive gifting to influencers reinforced the idea that the brand is more about image than substance. And speaking of substance, Meghan's Netflix appearance stirred up fresh controversy, this time for a DIY bath salt recipe. A Maryland woman, Robin Patrick, claims the mixture caused her serious harm. She's diabetic and alleges that the ingredients, including Himalayan salt and arnica, led to burns and ulcers. She's reportedly threatening to sue Meghan, Netflix, and the Archwell Foundation for $10 million. If the lawsuit goes forward, it could mark the beginning of yet another public legal battle. As the criticism mounts, old whispers from Meghan's past have resurfaced. Before marrying Prince Harry, there were rumors that she worked as a yacht girl, a coded term for women hired to attend luxury parties hosted by elites. While no conclusive evidence has ever surfaced, mentions of Yacht Week in Croatia and speculative ties to shady figures like Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew are still making the rounds online. These are the kinds of rumors that never quite go away. There's also the question of Meghan's supposed ignorance about the royal family before meeting Harry. She has insisted she didn't Google him, and knew little about his world. Yet friends and old blog posts suggest otherwise. Some claim she had a vision board with Prince Harry's photo on it. A former friend said Meghan always had an eye on royalty and curated her life to move in those circles. Whether fact or myth, these stories have fueled the narrative that Meghan's rise to royalty was less about love and more about strategy. As all these pieces come together, from public performances and questionable branding to lawsuits and royal controversies, a picture emerges of a woman desperately trying to shape her own narrative. Meghan and Harry often claim they want privacy, but their every move contradicts that statement. They've published tell-all books, launched podcasts, signed multi-million-dollar media deals, and now, lifestyle brands. Each one a signal to the world, look at me. In the end, the question isn't just whether Meghan's tears were real. It's whether the public still believes her story. She was once hailed as a modernizing force in the monarchy, a breath of fresh air who challenged outdated traditions. Now, many view her as manipulative, self-serving, and dangerously performative. The Duchess of Sussex may have stepped away from the palace, but the drama has only intensified. Whether or not King Charles or Prince William ever revoke the remaining titles, Meghan Markle's royal chapter has become something else entirely, a cautionary tale of fame, fallout, and the high cost of controlling the spotlight.